As we've seen this postseason, Spurs, Wolves, San Antonio with the 2-1 series lead going into Game 4 in Mini. Early second quarter, Spurs down 2. Now, Wemby and Naz Reid are getting to it in the painted area. Eventually, that elbow would drop Reid. Wemby checking on himself. Reid is, working the jaw to make sure everything's intact. And, yeah, on the replay, even Dylan Harper can't believe it. I almost called him his daddy's name. My fault, Dylan. Wemby hits Reid square in his jaw. Refs would eventually conference to determine that he would earn a flagrant 2 with that move and get absolutely tossed. He was unclear as to what a flagrant 2 was, apparently. The alien, apparently foreign language to him. Wemby gets ejected for the first time in his career, finished with 4 points. Stephon Castle had thoughts on the ejectocito cuz.
I mean, I saw the whole thing. I think I was asking Vic to throw the ball back out. But yeah, I mean, I saw that they was grabbing his arms. I feel like that's just a natural reaction to try and, move the ball away from them. But I mean, I understand both sides of it. I mean, obviously he did hit him, so it's tough to have him out. Obviously nobody could make up what Vic does for us, so yeah, we just had to move on.
If the people that are in charge of controlling the game and protecting the physicality of the game don't do that, then at some point he's going to have to protect himself. Physicality that people try to impose on him and the lack of protection is really disappointing. And at some level, it's starting to get actually disgusting. I'm glad he took matters into his own hands. Again, not in terms of hitting Naz Reid, but I'll be very clear about that. I'm glad Naz Reid was okay, and I didn't want him to elbow him, but he's going to have to protect himself if they're not. And I think it's disgusting.
In terms of taking the elbow, were you surprised? How much did it impact you? How much did it hurt? And have you been hit like that before in this game?
Pain is weakness leaving the body. That's it.
Well, that's one way to put it. Translation, it hurt. In the game itself, fourth quarter got a little wild. Minnesota down 6. Anthony Edwards, who was absolutely massive in the fourth. That pulled his team within 3. Then down 2, Edwards again, double, passes up. Why not hit another 3? And then there was this whole thing all game between him and Mitch Johnson. Let him know it. Timberwolves up 1. De'Aaron Fox almost loses the ball. Hits that shot, get 24. Spurs back out in front. 4 minutes to go. Spurs down 1. Dylan Harper. He also had 24 to go with 7 rebounds, back in front of the Spurs. Next Minnesota possession, Reid to Rudy Gobert. Layup and the foul. Now we're just going to flex. Everyone's going to flex. How are your biceps? It's 103-101. Edwards, after the Reid miss, there for the rebound and the finish. 36 points, but 16 of them came in the fourth. It's a 4-point lead. Ayo Dosunmu getting the ball, immediately doubled. Harper with the steal. Then it's Julian Champagny for the foul. He'd go to the line, make both of them. Spurs down 112-109. 20 seconds. Minnesota inbounding. Dosunmu gets the inbounds. They try to get the ball at the court. The defense is good. Yes, the trap. Minnesota is forced to use a timeout. 13 seconds to play. Timberwolves need to get this over half court in like a second. McDaniels heaves it to Dosunmu. How in the how? I don't know how that's a turnover. In fact, no, that is a turnover. It's just that the turnover didn't actually happen.
You talk about Ayo. Did you see him trying to catch that pass? Yeah. What were you thinking in that moment?
Roddy White, Atlanta Falcons.
Obviously, that is the receiver I would go with. What? Timberwolves win Game 4, 114-109. The series is now tied. Edwards got his 10th 35-point game of his playoff career, doubling up what all the other Timberwolves players have done in literal playoff history. This is also Ant-Man's second straight 30-point game and his third 30-point game of these playoffs. And the significance of Mother's Day was not lost on him. Remember, Edwards lost his own mother back in 2015, and this one was for her.
Today is Mother's Day, and so I just wanted to win for my mom, and it was just that simple.
Was she on your mind all day today? Or
for sure,
kind of, yeah.
For sure, yeah. I couldn't lose this game for her, for sure.
It was special. You know,
this is what he loves. This is what he lives for. You know, not just big games, but big moments. For the most part, when he wasn't doubled, you know, he got to his stuff quick and clean, and that's who he is. That's who you need him to be. We're lucky to have him, and he's special, no doubt, especially given what he's been fighting through over the last month and a half.
Okay, so given the physical nature of this here series, we got to get Kendrick Perkins in to discuss what we just watched. Wemby ejected in the first half after delivering that elbow. What's a lesson to be learned from Victor Wembanyama in that moment with those stakes?
Well, you got to keep your composure. That's number one. Number two, it was the right call by the officials. You had to throw him out because we all saw that it was intentional. He looked at him, stared him down, and delivered a blow, and he could have seriously hurted Nas Reed in that moment. And so at that time, I understand the game plan time and time again is to go out there and get physical with Wemby, try to frustrate him, but he has to keep his composure. And it's going to be interesting to see what the league determines or what they come up with as they continue to investigate this situation, because if he's suspended for Game 5, man, this may change the whole dynamic of this series. And all of a sudden, you could be looking up, because right now, the Timberwolves should feel good headed back to San Antonio tied 2-2. But again, if Wemby is suspended Game 5 and they shift and then Minnesota go in there and get the win, this is going to be one of these moments if Minnesota complete the mission that Wemby is going to look back and have all type of regrets. Because I truly believe, and I know I'm rolling with Minnesota in this series, but from what the Spurs been showing me, Wemby in that lineup, they really could go win the championship. But if he's not, Minnesota complete the mission, this is one of those seasons that he's definitely going to have in the back of his mind for the rest of his NBA career.
Now, I know you said it will change the complexion of the series, but it changed the complexion of this game, specifically in that fourth quarter when Ant-Man is getting off, scoring 16 of his 30-plus on the evening. What did you see from Ant-Man in that moment?
Well, I just saw a guy that wasn't waiting on anybody. We saw Anthony Edwards, who we thought he is, right? A special individual, and that's what he get paid the big bucks for, to take over games like this and protect his crib. And without Wemby in the game, the lane opens up, and Ant is so dynamic, and you have to respect his jump shot because he's one of the better three-point shooters in this game now. Once he get it going and he can get downhill with no 7-7 Defensive Player of the Year presence for him, then all of a sudden we see the results like we see tonight, a legendary performance from Anthony Edwards.
Okay, we got more to discuss with you, though, Perk, so stand by for us, all right?
For Wemby, and then you end the game without Wemby, and something, you know, obviously something happened and Wemby got ejected, but it's a different game plan now. We got to switch it up, and we on the road too. So Minnesota kept their foot on the gas and kept his foot on the gas. Dylan Harper was amazing tonight, 8 for 11, 24 points. Stephon Castle, I thought De'Aaron Fox kind of went cold, last 5-6 minutes in that fourth quarter kind of hurt them a little bit. But when you talk about Dylan Harper and what he's bringing off the bench, that energy, you talking about getting downhill. He's an attack downhill. He's going north and south. So that allows Stephon Castle to be a lot more aggressive in his role on the team offensively, also defensively too, because now he can gamble more. He can get in the passing lanes. He can be a little bit more aggressive on the ball. So I think Dylan Harper, his imprint on this game today, even though they didn't win the basketball